Hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I am joining in a collaboration, and it is a sheet pan Palooza, and it was organised by Sammi at Managin the May, and I'll have her details in the description box, and please go ahead and have a look and call over to her channel and tell her I sent you for a visit. And there's going to be many more channels taking part in this sheet pan Palooza. And the playlist will be in the description box, and it's well worth going over, and there's going to be many different recipes there for a quick and easy sheet pan dinner, or as we call them in Ireland, a tray bake. So thank you so much to Sammi for hosting this collaboration. I'm really excited to show you what I've done, and this was my first time doing sheet pan dinners, so I've learned a lot. So let's get into it. So the first thing I do for this sheet pan dish is I prepare all my vegetables, and you can literally use whatever vegetables you have in the fridge or in your veg container. Just if you want to use up, it's a fantastic way to use up little bits of vegetables that you have left maybe at the end of a week. So I used onions, spring onions, broccoli, celery. These were the celery. I had a couple of little sticks that I wanted to use up, and it was the same with the spring onion. And whatever veg you want to use, you pop them on the dish with your potatoes, and you bake those in the oven for 15 minutes. And then remove from the pan. When you remove the pan from the oven, that's when you're going to add in, well, look at there's me doing a very fancy little click of my fingers, but then I forgot to record the next part. So this is the dish out of the oven after the 15 minutes, and this is when I'm going to add in my my cod. So now it's time to make the dressing for putting over the cod. So in a small bowl you whisk together your butter, your lemon juice, your lemon zest, garlic, paprika, thyme, dill, parsley, salt and pepper, any of those that you have. You combine them all in a small bowl until they're completely combined together. I will this recipe I got from Aberdeen's kitchen, so I will have it in the description box, the full recipe, so you can follow it properly. So here I'm just getting all those little bits of ingredients together to make the dressing for the cod. Now I'm making space on the tray for my fish, and then I'm going to coat the fish with the dressing, and then whatever dressing you have left over you can drizzle over the potatoes and veg, and this is the time to add in your tomatoes as well into the tray. And a slice of lemon on top of each of the pieces of fish, and there you are, drizzle the leftover dressing all over the dish, and the smell at this stage was absolutely killing me. And then you pop it back into the oven for 15 to 20 minutes until the cod is opaque and flakes easily with the fork. And take care not to overcook, or the cod will get rubbery. So this is mine after the next extra 15 to 20 minutes. And it was absolutely delicious. And I'll just show you it when it's all plated up. But what an easy, fabulous dinner, and it's so easy, and just to get everything onto the one dish, and there's hardly any washing up afterwards. So I highly recommend trying out this tray bake or sheet pan. So there is my sheet pan cod vegetable dinner from Aberdeen's kitchen, and I'll have the details in the description, as I said. And it was so delicious. That dressing, which ended up being the sauce for the dinner, was out of this world. I would highly recommend you have a go. And you can use any white fish, I'd say, with this dish. So cod, plaice, hake, they'd all be delicious. So we're going to move on to our next day and our next dish. Hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. And today I am making a tray bake or a sheet pan depending on where you're living and what you call it. So it will be a one-stop shop, everything on the one dish and into the oven. So today I'm doing a chicken dish. And it is based on a Nevin Maguire dish. So Nevin Maguire is an Irish chef and he owns his own restaurant. And it's called Managin House and Restaurant, and it's in County Cavan. And he's a renowned Irish chef. I've actually seen him live before also at a cookery demonstration just before the whole COVID thing happened. And it was a fantastic evening out, and he was a great entertainer and as well as a great chef. So I really enjoyed that. So if you're ever watching my video, Nevin, thank you so much for a great night out in the Clayton Hotel in Galway. So now I'm going to make the dressing that's going to go over the chicken in this recipe. So I'm going to start with a tablespoon. I hope I have the right... No, that's 2 tablespoons. I have to get the right spoon. Now I've just checked there and it is actually the 2 tablespoons I need. So that's why I had the 2 tablespoon spoon out. So I need 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. Two tablespoons of maple syrup. Now in one recipe I saw him using maple syrup and in another one he used honey. I'm going to go with the maple syrup. Now in his recipe he has 2 teaspoons of Simply Better organic Cajun spice seasoning, which I don't have, but what I do have is this herb and lemon here. So I'm going to pop in some of that because this is a herb and lemon, what does he call it? A lemon and balsamic glazed chicken tray bake. So that'll be nice. And then I have some lemon zest here to pop in. The recipe calls for zest of 1 lemon. Now I only had little bits of lemon left from last Friday, so I just took as much zest as I could get. Now, so that is that. So we have and dressing. So I have the balsamic vinegar, the seasoning, the maple syrup, the lemon. Now I need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So I'm going to use up my little bits of lemon that I have here as well. See if I can get 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. If I can't, I have a container of lemon juice as well in the fridge. It'd be great to use up some of these though. And then I need 1 teaspoon of fresh thyme leaves. And of course I don't have fresh thyme, but I'll use the dry thyme that I have. Squeeze this down. See how much I have there now. So that's 1. Ah yeah, we've got our 2. There we go. So that's lovely. And I'm going to give that a mix. So that's our dressing ready. I have to have a little taste of it. Oh my goodness, that is delicious. Okay, so I'll just leave that aside. Now I forgot to add in some thyme, so I'm just going to put a little shake of that in as well. So that's our dressing ready. Now for the veg. Now, and here's my baking tray or sheet pan. Will we do a vote in the comments of what you call it? Sheet pan or baking tray? Now I'm just getting my spuds here. So Nevin used baby potatoes, I'm using baby potatoes, but I also have some sweet potatoes that I wanted to use up as well. I was supposed to use them for a soup last week, but I didn't get around to it. So here we have all our potatoes. So we have a family of 5, so 2 adults and 3 kids who love their spuds and love their chicken and love their roast veg. So I know, well, this is all going to get eaten. Now I'm going to put in some peppers. Now Nevin said you could use any veg you want. He kept it quite simple in his dish, but I'm going to try and use as much as I can. So I have carrots, chunky carrots, and onions here to use. So red onions is what Nevin went for. And he just said he had a trick of leaving this tip on the end and then they won't all fall apart. But I actually don't mind if they fall apart, so I might actually take off that. I kind of like to spread them out anyway. But if you didn't want them to fall apart, the trick is to leave that end on. I'm just going to put a bit of white onion in as well. Now, and garlic cloves. And he said just throw them in with the skin on. So I won't complain about not having to skin them. And I have some courgette. Left over from last week as well. And some broccoli. And here's my broccoli. Now I'm doing this, it's 1:30 in the afternoon now, and this won't be going into the oven until about 4:45. So I won't add in the chicken just yet, I'll keep that in the fridge. But there's our veg, all the spuds and everything ready to go there. I'm going to just throw in a few knobs of butter. Nevin won't give out what we do in this because Nevin likes his good Irish butter as well. And I think this will just add a lovely flavour to it. And I will wait till I have the chicken in to sprinkle with rosemary. So I'm just going to leave it at that for now. And then in a couple of hours time I will add in the chicken. And I'll just be able to, it's just chicken legs I'm using, so I'll be able to add them in around there. And it's going to be absolutely scrumptious. So I can't wait to get the flavour, or the smells later on in the kitchen. So that's it for now, and I'll chat to you shortly. And now I'm back to add in my chicken drumsticks. And I got 2 packs for €5, which was a great bargain. And then as I went along here adding in the drumsticks, I realised, I didn't realise in time that I should have nearly used 2 trays, because I fairly packed in the chicken drumsticks here now. And then I think it took a lot longer to bake than it should have, because I had so much packed into the tray. So next time I would do half and half. I'd do 2 trays and have a little bit more space on the tray. So you learn as you go along, don't you? I told you this is my first time doing tray bakes, and this is definitely my first time doing a chicken tray bake. So I will forward a little bit here, and then after a while in the oven I did realise the pan was just too packed, and I took out the chicken and baked that a bit longer on its own on a separate tray. And now I'm coating the chicken drumsticks with our lovely dressing that we made earlier. And whatever's left over will be drizzled over the whole tray. Here you can see me basting the chicken with some of the juices and tossing the veg and the drumsticks around. This is after about 20-25 minutes in the oven. And shortly you'll see that I removed the drumsticks and put them on a different tray. Added back in some of the juices from the tray. The tray was just getting too full up with all the juices from the chicken. and I thought the veg would turn out way too soggy if I left it all the way it was. So that's why I decided to split it up. And it turned out absolutely beautiful then. And it all got devoured. That's how tasty it was. So I would highly recommend that you try this tray bake as well. And it's Nevin Maguire, and it's a chicken tray bake. And I will have the link in the description as well for you to try. So thank you for watching. So there it is, my first 2 ever sheet pan tray bake dishes, our cod tray bake and our chicken tray bake. And I have to say that we will be going back to these recipes time and time again because they were absolutely delicious. So thank you so much to Sammi for the invitation to join this collaboration. Make sure to check out her details in the description box and click on the playlist because there are many, many more dishes for you to look at and see. Is there any of them that you would like to try out, and many more channels for you to check out. And I hope you enjoy it all, and thank you so much for joining me and for watching my video, and God bless you all. And remember, I keep you all and your intentions in my prayers.